Note to Jimmy Kimmel, not only would Marjorie Taylor Greene's husband make quick work of you, but Rep. MTG herself would make quick work of you. Kimmel would not last too long if he were interested in engaging in unprovoked, terrible violence against this Congresswoman.
The founding father of the America First movement, Donald John Trump.
Keep wearing a mask while Senator Cruz replied to this. That was not written to him. Bizarre. 535 members of Congress can attend the State of the Union without wearing masks. Still not good enough for Hollywood.
Breaking news, meteorologists now more dangerous than storm chasers. Why? They're facing death threats from conspiracy nuts who believe Democrats control the weather. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Yep, you heard that right. Apparently some folks think the left has a magical weather wand. Move over, Harry Potter. There's a new wizard in town, and it's Nancy Pelosi. Picture this, Democrats with a secret weather machine zapping tornadoes at their enemies like some twisted game of Battleship. Sounds bonkers, right?
This afternoon, she wrote, "You weren't joking. You hide your misogyny and your racism behind your jokes on ABC. This was a dog whistle to the violent left to assault me or worse." And you're misspelled, you're, of course.
Republicans' new tone. One particularly fiery member of Congress struggled mightily.
Well, that's nice. She thinks I have fans. I guess that's good. But now listen, not only don't I condone death or any kind of threats against anyone, especially since I get dozens of them a week myself.
Well, welcome to the wild world of Marjorie Taylor Greene's America, folks. Our favorite conspiracy queen, MTG, is at it again. She's now claiming that Democrats are controlling the weather. Yep, you heard that right. According to her, Nancy Pelosi isn't just Speaker of the House. She's also Mother Nature's personal assistant. I guess that explains all the hot air in Washington. Greene actually said, and I quote, "Yes, they control the weather." Wow, MTG, tell us how you really feel. She's even suggested that Democrats are using their weather wizardry to target Republican districts. Because apparently, when they're not busy running the country, they're playing some twisted version of Pin the Tornado on the Trump supporter.
As her body rejected the unity theme, as though it were transplanted like a monkey heart.
Note to Jimmy Kimmel, not only would Marjorie Taylor Greene's husband make quick work of you, but Rep. MTG herself would make quick work of you. Kimmel would not last too long if he were interested in engaging in unprovoked, terrible violence against this Congresswoman.
Or is that the noise she makes when the interior monologue is going, "Marjorie, there's going to be plenty of time to talk about satanic Democrats. Just keep it in. Marjorie, just..."
But wait, it gets better. Imagine Nancy Pelosi doing a magic rain dance in her designer pantsuit, or Chuck Schumer whipping up a hurricane with his reading glasses. If Democrats really could control the weather, don't you think they'd have made Florida less humid by now? Or maybe cooled down those Texas summers a smidge? Now, you might be wondering how people are reacting to these claims. Well, let's just say it's not all sunshine and rainbows. FEMA Administrator Deanne Criswell called Greene's assertions ridiculous and just plain false. Even some Republicans are getting fed up. North Carolina Senator Tom Tillis basically told Greene to zip it, saying disaster victims need support, not conspiracy theories. But here's where this storm of stupidity gets really dark. Remember those poor meteorologists we mentioned earlier? They're facing death threats from people who actually believe this nonsense. Yep, the folks who just want to tell you if you need an umbrella are now being treated like they're part of some grand weather conspiracy. And if that wasn't enough, President Biden had to step in and call these theories un-American. When the president has to tell you that Democrats aren't secretly controlling the weather, you know we've gone off the deep end. But wait, there's more. Just when you thought this cloudburst of crazy couldn't get any wilder, the comedy world is about to rain on MTG's parade. Let's see how the late night hosts are handling this perfect storm of political stupidity. Forget predicting sunshine, Kimmel and Stewart are in for some serious cloud busting. These comedy heavyweights are taking on MTG's weather conspiracy, but here's the million-dollar question. Can laughter actually clear the air in this political climate? Jimmy Kimmel, our late-night weather wizard, didn't hold back when it came to MTG's stormy theories. He pointed out how bonkers it is that she's pushing this idea that Democrats are secretly controlling the weather. I mean, come on, if they could do that, wouldn't they have made Election Day a bit sunnier? Kimmel really nailed it. it when he said, Marjorie Taylor Greene is pushing this bonkers idea that Democrats can somehow control the weather, and they're targeting Republican voting districts. It's like she thinks Nancy Pelosi has a secret weather app on her phone or something. But Kimmel didn't stop there. He went full meteorologist on us, predicting a 100% chance of dumb with scattered moments of crazy. He even suggested that Donald Trump should be forced to live on an island with all these people. Can you imagine that reality show? Survivor, Conspiracy Island, anyone? Kimmel really hit the nail on the head when he said,
The founding father of the America First movement, Donald John Trump.
Compute this woman, you may remember, she's the one who endorsed fringe conspiracy theories and repeatedly indicated support for executing prominent Democratic politicians. Now she's dialing 911 because she got made fun of.
She knows she's making that noise, right?
First, new evidence tonight that we, you, the American people, all of us, we were all lied to.
Frankly, we did win this election. We did win this election.
We were lied to by Joe Biden.
The country we deserve.
Listen, dummies, the government can't control the weather. It's like he's trying to explain to a toddler that the tooth fairy isn't real. But let's face it, some of these conspiracy theorists might actually believe in the tooth fairy too. The best part? Kimmel compared believing in weather control to blaming the mailman for your bills. It's so spot on it hurts. I mean, next thing you know, they'll be blaming the ice cream truck for their brain freeze. But here's the real kicker. Kimmel summed up this whole mess perfectly. What a stupid time to be alive. Has anyone thought about unplugging America and plugging it back in again? Because we need a reboot. Truer words have never been spoken, folks. Now, you might be wondering if all this comedy is actually doing any good. Well, it's hard to measure, but at least it's getting people talking and laughing, because sometimes, when faced with such ridiculous ideas, all you can do is laugh.
Make America successful again.
Keep wearing a mask. Well, Senator Cruz replied to this. That was not written to him. Bizarre. 535 members of Congress can attend the State of the Union without wearing masks. Still not good enough for Hollywood.
This is hard to do. Oh.
But while we're all chuckling at MTG's weather woes, there's another storm brewing. Turns out Trump's got his own climate crisis going on. And trust me, it's not just hot air this time. So what have we learned from this wild weather ride? Well, turns out comedy isn't just good for a laugh. It's like a BS detector for crazy political ideas. When Kimmel and Stewart crack jokes about MTG's weather wizardry, they're not just being funny, they're shining a spotlight on how bonkers these conspiracy theories really are. Here's the thing, folks. Next time you hear someone spouting off about secret weather machines or Democrats controlling hurricanes, don't just roll your eyes. Use that noggin of yours. Ask questions, demand evidence, and maybe crack a joke or two. After all, laughter is the best medicine, especially when it comes to curing conspiracy fever. And remember, in the forecast of life, critical thinking is your umbrella against the downpour of nonsense. So stay dry out there and don't let the crazies rain on your parade.